What's up YouTube, Webbers5 here, coming at you today with a guest deck profile from my friend Noah, who went 5th place at a regional with his... Remind me again, Noah, what were you playing out of that regional?
Invoked Dogmatika. Playing... So it's basically 3 different engines. Alice to the Invoker, Magical Meltdown, 1 Terraforming to go with it, and double Invocation, pretty standard.
Standard.
Triple Nadir Servant, let's just put these away.
So we're moving now into the Dogmatika engine.
Yeah, this is the Dogmatika engine. Triple Nadir Servant, Triple Ecclesia, 1 Fleur.
Oh, those are MPs. I thought those were Starlights for a moment.
No, if only. Fleur de Lis, Maximus, Punishment, and the Schism. This is the Dogmatika engine. Now, the MVP of this deck. Fusion Destiny, Dasher, and Celestial. So
why is it people are choosing Dasher and Celestial for this engine?
Celestial allows you to draw 2 if you don't have any cards in your hand in your next turn, and this could honestly be anything else because I don't necessarily need an extra special summon because all of my monsters special summon themselves, and Alistair needs...
Dash's effect is once if it's in your grave, if you draw a monster you can special summon it.
Yep.
Oh,
I mean, potentially one way I could have possibly gone is special summoning Ash, and if Window was on the field making Omega, but I don't know.
Yeah, but if you special summon the Ash while Window's on the field, you can't do the Omega.
But it could be anything. So hand traps, triple Imperm and triple Ash, pretty standard.
That kind of triggers me that 2 are one's artwork and one's another one.
Gotta do what you gotta do. The spells, triple Talents, triple Droplet, double Crossout, and 1 of each. I play 41 cards, 1 Called By, 1 Feather Duster, and 1 Cosmic Cyclone. So these 2, if I draw into them, well and good. And another advantage is if I have Crossout Designator and someone either uses Cosmic Cyclone or Call By on me, I could just banish it from my deck and, you know, go on. So that's 41 cards.
I assume your reason of playing 1 Cycling is for reasons that if a person's... Because naturally Meltdown says your stuff can't be negated, but they can respond to it, so I'm assuming that's to protect yourself from getting the invocation banished.
That's exactly why.
Have you considered using a Lancia so they can't force the invocation to fizzle?
You can't use Lancia in your turn though. It has to be in the main, in your opponent's main phase. I have thought about it.
I was thinking in terms of just playing 1 as a cross-out target in case your opponent's going to Lancia against you.
I have thought about that, but I mean, even if someone does that, I still have 2 other engines to go into.
That's fair.
Okay, yeah, the Dogmatika engine might get shut out, but there's Phoenix Enforcer. I mean, that's good enough to win you games. So the extra deck, 1 Artemis and 1 Verte, pretty self-explanatory. This is the Spice Omega because Omega lets you put cards back into your deck, so it helps you in the grind game. Then
that's interesting.
The one in Tis.
Get a double pop off the punishment.
Best. Let's go. The 1 Chimera Felicia. So if you send this with Maximus and your opponent's standby, you get Fusion Destiny to hand, which I think is pretty busted. And it also makes them conscious that you can just bring out Phoenix Enforcer in your next turn. Then the Shaddoll package, I play double Winder, the App Cologne, and the Construct. So you just send the App Cologne, get Schism to hand. If you don't want to discard anything, you can just discard the Schism, banish the App Cologne, bring out Maximus, and then you can just send Construct to get back your Schism. So that's pretty good.
That's pretty insane.
And then you're set up for Winter in the next turn. Then you got the Dogmatika package, the Titaniclad, which is pretty standard. The MVP of the deck, Phoenix Enforcer. Best card in this current format.
I'm still questioning why this card did not get a Starlight Rare when Bode got printed. But then again, that would probably piss off a lot of people. But also make a lot of people very happy.
It's just such a good card. And as for the Invoked package, a bit controversial. I play Kaliga, Yugioh, and the double Mechaba. This is just really good against Flunderies because if they do de-shifter you, and they will, give it the opportunity, just make Kaliga. You essentially just win the game.
I have one. That's they can use one monster fed and an attack once.
And they can't get over it. None of the monsters can get over it except for Empan.
Oh wow.
Now the side deck, I play. So triple Droll and Lockbird, pretty standard. Triple Nibiru,
Again,
Phantom Knights, Adamant Spaders, other rogue decks. Do play Triple Lightning Storm.
such a good card right now.
So good right now. Just clears back row.
All close monsters, depending
Just the best. Triple Evenly, again, an insane side deck card. You must be playing this right now, otherwise you're crazy.
I think most people I think even though he's currently at that point now that people are either side decking it or if they're like a going second build, they're like.
Yeah, they just main deck the card. Like, I think Gren Marjo main decks it.
I've been thinking about main decking this in my Plunder Patrol now.
It's just such a good card. And the Spice, I play triple summon limit. This card has won me so many games in the regionals. So against an Emancipator player, I just flipped this up after he made 2 summons and he just scooped. There was nothing he could do. Against Phantom Knights, it was a bit unfortunate because I had a pretty good setup, but he just went Dark Ruler No More and Lightning Storm. So, and he mentioned that if this was on the field, there was no way he was playing through that.
I think that's kind of it with Summon Limit. Most decks can't play through it.
Yep. Right now in this current format, no. Flunderies cannot play through this. No way Flunderies can play through this. To be honest, no, I don't think
any of the like proper meta decks can play it.
Yeah, probably Eldritch. But
Eldritch I could see playing through it, but Eldritch is just an engine as opposed to a deck.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Eldritch and maybe Sky Strikers, I guess, but that again depends. Because
if you flip it against Sky Striker, then you're just basically changing around what they want to do.
Because it doesn't hurt them as much, but they do use up one of their summons for bringing back Phoenix Enforcer if they are playing the Phoenix Enforcer package. So
I suppose that's another advantage of Summon Limit, because if they're playing the Phoenix Enforcer package and you flip the Summon Limit, you're either forcing them to have to do the Phoenix Enforcer to get rid of it, or forcing them to play strategically.
Yeah, so it just stops them. And I think even if you bring out Ray, they just end up finishing up all of their summons and they can't go into like Kagari or Kaina for time. So yeah, it's pretty good.
I know. Is there anything you would have changed about the deck during your review?
Yes. So I was thinking about it, and I think I would probably remove Artemis and the Omega. I mean, Omega is good for the grind game. It's really good for the grind game, but I think Almiraj and Secure Gardener would be the better way to go, because you play 3 Ecclesias, and if you have Almiraj in your graveyard, you can just go into Maximus and set up a window.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one thing, and I have been thinking about it. I was thinking of playing Scythe, but I haven't tested it yet, because you can just
that's popping up recently.
Yep,
because
you can just
pop
pop
it
up
up the Phoenix Enforcer whenever you want, and then it's just no extra.
So yeah, those are probably the only changes I would make.
Fair enough.
The engine is pretty standard. Otherwise.
Okay guys, so that is the profile. Hope you all enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below of what you thought about it. Thank you so much for watching guys, and I will see you next time.